Yeah, when you see these things happening, you know it's about to collapse somewhere. Nothing lasts forever based on the collapse that we see have been building and is building. You know what I mean? So we have to start looking at that. And when you see these things happening, but no matter, it is still deep state, Marxist, Luciferian, and satanic garbage. That's a fact and point blank. So we have to look at those things. You know what I mean? It's important that we do. You know what I mean? Important that we do. You know, we need to always keep up on it that way. You know what I mean? It's important that we do. And and I do know, and I do know, as a matter of fact, and I don't know why they keep mentioning the June 6 riots. You know, because at the end of the day, it stayed. And now, yeah, why they keep mentioning the June 6 riots is beyond me. Because the June 6 riots is here, it stayed, and now they're trying to run game and blame it on Trump. But we still have to look at the situation for what it is. And it came out wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that is why Nancy Pelosi and them seem to jump all over it to make sure that they was in charge. Now, why was Nancy Pelosi in charge of it in the first place, and why not Republicans as well? They tried to mix up the game and manipulate people into saying what they want them to say. But people gonna believe what they want to believe. And to me, the demon Democrats set that up to make themselves look good and make you believe that it was a true riot when it was not. It was a plot, all an attempt to blame Trump again and make sure that you do not re-elect him because they know what will happen. What will happen. You know what I'm saying? They know Trump will be all over their behind again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it comes out wrong. So we have to look at that. You know what I mean? Doing that to people that they did not need, doing something to the people that they did not need in the first place. That's why it came out that way. When we look at it, it came out that way because of that. You know what I mean? By them pulling this trick, we're now faced with a situation that will not change. And it's not going to change because the situation was already planned out. You know what I'm saying? Everything was planned out according to the letter. So we know that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not what the people need. What the people need is good government. Good government that is true to the people who you say put you there. So you need to give them good government. Government that stands for something more than just tricks and trade of their garbage. You know what I'm saying? More than tricks. About more than meets the eye, that makes sure that the people see the truth from their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So let's be 100. Even when it comes to Pence, Michael Pence, you know, no one cares what he thinks, nor do we care about that. That is not going to do us any good in this situation. You know what I mean? About Michael Pence. So no one really cares what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? And no one cares what he thinks or the meaning of anything that he has to say. You know what I'm saying? He better clean it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what he better do. He better clean up the act because the hammer can still come down. Michael Pence. You know what I'm saying? It can still come down. So why didn't you do what Trump asked you to do is the question. Is the question. Yeah, when it comes out to it, we have to look at that situation, have to move around a little bit on them. You know what I'm saying? It comes out wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the people don't need that. What they need is good government. Government that stands for something that protects the people by all means. A lot of times the government does stuff that do not look out for the people. You see what I'm saying? It's all based on their ideology as to who's going to be rich and who's going to be poor. And then you have other people come in the country with the same influential game that they've been playing in their own country, want to come over here and run it on people. See, if they're over there in their country, let's say, for instance, they're in an Arab country. Now, in the Arab country, they're enslaving black people. They're doing all kinds of crazy things to black people and running game all through Africa like a beast. You know what I'm saying? When they come over here, they might come over here with the same garbage mentality. So they don't care about whether you this or whether you that. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at it the same way as they look over in the country. That's why people need to do more research as to the type of people that's in your government and in your medical field. It's very important that you do. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at this, the people don't need tricks. They need more than meets the eye that comes from them, that focus, and the people's eyes can see the truth. Like I was saying, nobody cares about Michael Pence at all and his garbage because he needs to clean it up, because guess what? The hammer could still come down on his head. You know what I'm saying? So why, and the question I was asking is, why didn't Michael Pence do what Trump asked him to do? That's the question we need to find out. You see what I'm saying? If Trump asked you to do something, why didn't you just do what he asked you to do? Why you did nothing at all? Because you was always there as a neo-Nazi, Marxist, bald-headed freak, and you were sitting there just along with Trump and the garbage as well. You know what I'm saying? Probably had your hands in some of the pedophilia nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So, you need to clean up your little act as to how you look at this world. You see what I'm saying? As to how you look at this world. That's very important. You know what I mean? So we got to keep an eye on people like him. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep our eye on people like him. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good question. And the June 6th riots, we can actually call that Biden's Day. if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean. We can call that Biden's Day when you really look at that. And there goes the 6 again. June 6th. 6 feet apart, 6 feet deep, June 6th riot. Everything is on the 6th. So they ain't fooling nobody with that bullshit. Let's get that straight right here, right now. And the common people are caught in the limelight. You see, they're caught in the limelight, guilty of living, guilty of damn living. So who speaks for who is the question that we must ask now. Who speaks for who? You know what I'm saying? Because you made the people guilty of even just trying to live. Why? Why would you do something like that to the people that's just trying to live? You know what I mean? They don't know none of the garbage that you are doing. They don't know none of the garbage you're doing. So the people are guilty of just trying to live. Some people got to understand that Biden and the demon Democrats have never been on your side. You know what I'm saying? When you look at even Title 42, that came with the game. You know what I'm saying? That is played coming from the demon Democrat side. You know what I'm saying? And probably crooked Republicans. Remember, I told you they infiltrated the Republican Party and they have demon Democrats on that side. You got a race going on now. There's a lady, she's running on both platforms, the Democratic side and the Republican side. You see the kind of game they play? Now either you one or the other. How you going to be demon Democrat and Republican at the same time? So we know the games that they're playing. You know what I'm saying? And that came from their side prior to Trump, because they've been doing this to America for many, 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 many years. People think that this game that the demon Democrats been playing, where they do some tyrant ass garbage shit and then want you to turn around and still vote for them and love them, because they love, like Pharaoh said, they love you to celebrate their tyrants. You know what I'm saying? They love for you to celebrate their tyrants. Same as when you look at Columbus. You know what I'm saying? How many Africans did he murder? You know what I'm saying? Why you want to celebrate this murdering tyrant? And to me, he's an ugly dude and he look like a Grinch. I don't know what woman would have went with that fool. You know what I'm saying? Only an idiot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's straight up. This has been going on long before Trump. You know what I'm saying? 47 years and even before, and it's still gonna be after. We can clearly see the pattern here that has made that has a mark, I should say, of certain connections. When it comes to Haiti, we know what they have done and still doing in Haiti, that pushing the Haitian people clean out of their country. They keep them in poverty while they're robbed and blind for oil and all kinds of resource, and continue to keep the people in poverty due to the fact that they were one of the first how you say that? They were one of the first free slave states where they would have no slavery. They drove it out, and they never let those people get away with that. So we know that you're messing with the Haitian people and their land for years. You've been doing this garbage, and not just in Haiti. You know, we know what you have done. You know what I'm saying, and still doing. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. People must make a stand for all the people of the world who knows the meaning of life, and stand and say no more. That's a fact and point blank. Let's get that straight. Every time it comes down to bullshit. Every time it comes down, when you're messing with the demon Democrats, every time you turn around, it comes down to bullshit. This is one of the highest bullshit I've ever seen them pull. And what gave me the proof of that was coronavirus. You need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? People don't need pretty arguments. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean much. You know what I'm saying? They need a cleaning up and get to the money. You know what I'm saying? Get money to come out. You know what I'm saying? To the people, instead of sitting up there with a petty argument about the debt ceiling, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no petty arguments. That petty bullshit argument y'all rich. Y'all can sit up there and argue about shit all day. You know what I'm saying? People are out here living on the street in their cars and they got no money due to whatever problem and the system in which you have made that way. The demon Democrats. So we don't need your petty argument. We need you to get that money out to the people. And that's a fact. The ceilings, the debt ceiling bullshit sound like some stealing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you keep saying the debt ceiling. We're talking about a ceiling. You know, it sounds like stealing. Talking about a debt ceiling. You know what I mean? They need to lower the ceiling, really, and the people taxes, but they need to lower the ceiling. But what they really need to lower is the ceiling on them damn mandates that you put out. And that's a fact. And point black. So we don't need to hear that garbage ass argument y'all is up there talking about all the time. Well, you know, we're one step from wanting to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give my disclaimer. That's not what I'm saying for anyone to do. But they need to come off that bullshit that they on. Nobody wants to hear that garbage. The question is it to me, or are they acting like breakthroughs? Question I'm asking, why is they acting like the breakthroughs cases are normal in their procedure when you have a high number of breakthroughs and a high number of deaths? Why are you acting like as if it's normal? See, I didn't normalize it. They did that in the very beginning, talking about asymptomatic, B systematic, good, healthy people walking around could be the ones spreading the virus. And people really believe that shit. Can you believe that? Yeah, and they should have told you that dogs fly sideways and shit out the butt and have wings, and that's your God. their God may be, don't come with that bullshit. I don't understand why you're trying to normalize thousands and thousands of breakthroughs, but you're not telling the people, but the numbers remain. You know what I'm saying? Even side effects. Same thing with just breakthroughs, they calling it now. That doesn't make it sound good. Oh, it's a breakthrough. You know, it's a side effect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Side effects, it was planned to come out this way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it planned? Like it was like it was planned, like it's okay to have that many breakthroughs, that many people coming in. How did you get those people to come in? They were in good healthy condition, and then all of a sudden you got them coming in based on the fact that you lied to them, telling them that good healthy people is the one spreading it, and there's such a thing as asystematic and be systematic. That has nothing to do with the World Health Organization. And anytime they block a view such as that, it goes to show that our medical field is all whack. Let's keep it 100 here. That's a fucking point blank. So don't come with that bullshit. You know, like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Have the and another thing, have the Supreme Court not seen the data because they act like they didn't see the data. So that means that they're down with the same garbage. You know what I'm saying? Look at the numbers. So we see someone has lied and lied big. That's straight up. They lied to the people that they lied big. That has cost lives. That has cost many lives. And still the people will not stand up. They will not stand. And most, don't you, and actually most, don't you know when to say, as most and the majority of the people, don't you know when you can simply say enough is enough? You know what I'm saying? Tell them no more. Clean this bitch up. You know what I mean? When we're looking at 55% of Americans, 55% of Americans see now the approval of Biden administration is not competent in running the government. You should have thought about that before you put creepy ass devil worship, satanic, Luciferian, swearing on his parents' Luciferian Bible because it was Luciferian. I saw that, but it's a Luciferian book. You know what I'm saying? Before you put him in office, when all he was saying was mask, testing, tracing, wild free. Just like that other dumb woman that was running for office with a bird nose looking self. You know what I mean? But they're saying now that he's incompetent, the administration, Biden administration is incompetent of running government. They didn't want to run government. They came in to corrupt the government and corrupt a procedure that they put on the people that was all about a plan that they had based on a Luciferian Marxist garbage shit that they've been planning since Albert Pike, who brought them dumbass Baphomet statues into this country. Let's be 100. You know what I'm saying? Let's be 100. They did not come in to run no government. So now the people are saying they're incompetent of running government. A new poll, you know what I'm saying? If you ask me, whatever the new poll said, if you ask me, it should be 100% of the American people thinking that they are full of shit. There is no 30% and this percent saying this and 10%. All 100% of the people should by now have sense enough to see the bullshit. And if you're not, then you're not trying. You're really just a foul fashion monkey, and you're going to continue. So stay over there with them, because nobody needs you over here trying to convince us into garbage. Because it should be 100% of the people thinking that they're full of shit when it comes to running government. That should have had value, not burned. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That should have had value. You know what I'm saying? They're incompetent of running a government when it comes to running government. You know what I'm saying? That should have value, not burn. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to pay attention to the bullshit that they're doing. You know what I mean? Now, why they ask or call for North Carolina governor to resign for calling the LGBTQ people filthy. It has no place in school, is what he's saying, to be teaching to any children about transgender and homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Now we're hearing this big argument. You know what I'm saying? Now we're hearing this argument. And then, like he said, and any filth, and any of that filth, teaching our kids of homosexuality and any of that filth. You know what I'm saying, is what he's saying. No. But to me, he is right. You see? He is right. Why would you teach this to a young child who just came into this world not too long ago? Why would you teach that in school? Is what I don't get. You know what I'm saying? And you're teaching them garbage, and you know it is, of something that is a mental disorder as if it is a normal. You can't get no babies out of a man's ass. Let's just be 100 here. You ain't get no babies out of a man's butt, so cut that out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get no babies out of a man's bum, so why would you teach a little boy that? I mean, let's be 100 here. So you're teaching him this, and he will not be able to repopulate other than adopting someone else's child who had a child legitimately, as the way it was intended to be by the mother goddess herself. So you're full of garbage. That is a choice as well as a disorder of birth, and can be a mental illness. Because like Pharaoh said, prior to 1970s, it was considered a mental illness. But what Pharaoh don't understand too, with me, because I'm older than him, I was telling people that even back then, that is a mental illness. And you have a lot of our own people, even family members, that may have fallen victim due to some kind of birth illness coming through the womb. You know what I mean? So what really is the same to that whole situation as well is, and it is real and is the same. It is the same as pedophilia. When you look at the way you're teaching these kids, you're teaching them that in school, but that's the same as pedophilia. You know what I'm saying? Or rape. But mentally, you know what I'm saying? But you're doing it mentally to the children. So I have to agree with Mark Robinson on this one. You can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach it as if it's okay. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing normal about it. You can't teach it as it's okay to children and take that bull, and to me, you need to take that bull out of the school. Let the kids make their own choice. Get that bull out of the school. Keep your manifesto, you know what I'm saying, that you thought was so slick that Pharaoh broke your back on. You know, keep that bullshit manifesto and take it, and you know what you can do with it. Go wipe your behind and clean yourself up. Go ahead with that bullshit, talking about a manifesto, how you gonna infiltrate lockers, schools, this, that, and when anybody say anything, you jump all over there and that. You know what I'm saying? But you need to keep that manifesto that you wrote like it's some kind of constitution of gay rights, that you can penetrate normal people and turn the whole world into your gay world. And you're doing it in the schools and everywhere else, starting on the babies. But our children don't need to hear this garbage. You know what I'm saying? You need to keep that manifesto to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And kindly stop trying to change the truth to a lie. You know what I'm saying? You trying to change the truth to a lie. You know what you are trying to do. Deceive the minds of the child. Don't come with that garbage. He don't need no LGBTQ to tell him nothing of anything to do with that. You know what I'm saying? At all. Keep your little secret mission bullshit out of the school. You know what I'm saying? Because you're an adult, you're old adults and old people doing this. You see what I'm saying? Like we say, We sometimes the old people needs to be blamed on many times, all the time. Like said, he said, for the shit because you were here before the children. So for you to push this into a school, you have to be an adult to even get to pass that into the school, as I see it. And the education board should be fired in any town that teaches that garbage to preschoolers and children and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's your mental illness. Keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you gay, you gay. Ain't nobody hating on you. Let's be honest. Nobody gay hating on you. Keep that shit out of the school. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You keep your little secret to yourself. Nobody trying to hear that.